the vision. So, speaking about vision, it's been 9 years. I probably didn't have these 9 years ago. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you here today to the 9th Annual Women in Business Conference and to help us celebrate International Women's Day. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sandra Tisiot and I will be your host. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking a day for yourself. It's actually the first time we've landed on International Women's Day, so we decided to dedicate the day not only to women, business, life, but to a program that reflects a diverse group of speakers from the corporate world to social enterprise, entrepreneurship, and a women's organization that is breaking grounds for human rights. We are so grateful to all of them. I'm also grateful to call Ottawa my home, and most importantly, Canada, where we embrace equality, diversity, and real news. My job is to keep us on track here today as best I can to our agenda and to ensure each and every one of you has a great time. This is my role here today, but I'm also a fellow woman in business. As a mortgage broker, the founder of the WIBC, the creator of My Life Locker, and a few other things. So I remember in my 20s, I met a woman in her 40s who had it all figured out. She was very successful, only to tell me she was still trying to figure it out. And I cannot tell you what a great comfort that was for me. So the message is, you don't have to have it all figured out. Life is a journey. It's a process. Embrace, experiment, have fun, work hard, ask for help, love more. Here's what I know for certain. That the sooner you get clarity on your life purpose, the sooner you'll get there. That when your passion meets your purpose, there will be no doubt. Our greatest epidemic is the self-critic living inside us. Your self-talk creates your reality. So what are you saying? Think about that. What are you saying? Your thoughts are so powerful. You are so powerful. And I invite you to sharpen your focus every day by clearly knowing what you want and incorporating a daily practice that reinforces how you wish to live, how you wish to be the greatest version of yourself. We are given a gift every day. When we open our eyes, when we take those first breaths, when we walk our first steps, each day we are born again. Each day, an opportunity. Every day, a blessing. Let's not waste one. Voices of women, our theme today. For me, this means that all voices matter. All are better together. No one better or worse than the other. It means respect, compassion, and responsibility. It means not retreating into our bubbles. It means taking full responsibility for our lives. It means showing up. This conference for me means and represents a quote from Mother Teresa. Don't wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. This is what we are doing here today. To celebrate each person, to stand side by side, to ask, how can I help you? And then, where you can, help. To lift each other up. Somewhere in this room is someone you are supposed to meet. Somewhere in this room is something you need to hear. Open yourself up to receive it. Meet someone new, connect, celebrate, inspire, learn. Sister Jones said, the world won't change until the situation of women changes. And further she notes, we must all do something. So today, we are doing something. So thank you. All right, it's a long journey that leads to this day, with so many helping hands bringing it together. I'd like to take this time to thank them all and to those who have stepped up to support this event. So first, a big thank you to my advisory board for their dedication and leadership. If they stood up, you couldn't see them, so we got some pictures of these lovely ladies. And thank you to our volunteers, to my special friends who get me through this. You know who you are. Our sponsors. A big thank you to them. So let's take a look. Our title sponsor, Jolene Hung, Investors Group. Our lunch sponsor, WIBC, welcome. Our name badge sponsor, Sheldon Rice of Raymond James. Our event sponsor, Concierge Home Services. To our partners, the Ottawa Conference and Event Center, Ortega Photography, who has been photographing us for 9 years, FMAB, BTF Inc., Right Future Developments, Dip Me in Chocolate, please, True Dot Design, and Mortgages in Ottawa. Screening last Sunday. It was so much fun. We were there in our pajamas. So I would like to thank Dharma Group, Fit and Healthy 365, Gen Zen, and Wine Villa. Our Canada 150 sponsors who allowed us to bring in 35 young women today for free. Say hi, ladies. Where are you? CAA, North and East Ontario. And to our vendors, NutriChem Compounding Pharmacy and Clinic Planet Botanics, Elaine Cooper, your Better Living Coach, Diana Lipstone, the Entrepreneur's GPS, Soft Job, Sandra Sarah Designs by herself, your VA mentor, Total Nutrition Diva, Fifth Avenue Collection, Canada Business Ontario, Public Services and Procurement, and you will hear from them later, so that's why I'm going fast. Okay. And to our corporate table sponsors, a huge thank you. Look at you all. This room is full of corporate. As always, today we are collecting clothing for SoupSpeed.ca, a women's mental health initiative at the Royal. So for those who have brought in their clothing, thank you. And if you're saying, oh my God, I didn't, don't worry, you still can. You still can. So we can make arrangements to have the clothing picked up and dropped off at the Royal. Our raffle today, did you see those Coach bags? Sandra, where are you? You're going to win one round. Our raffle today supports the Match International Women's Fund. So ladies, welcome to the Voices of Women. A little housekeeping. Remember to keep your phones between your legs on vibrate. There are a lot of volunteers here to help you. Take that off. And bathrooms. Yes, there's a bathroom here, but you won't all fit. So, if you go down the hall through the lobby of the Marriott, there's a huge bathroom there. Okay. So hashtag today is WIBC 17. Please go have some fun with that. Last year we we trended on Twitter. Yes, we were number 1 on Twitter. So hashtag WIBC 17. So now, as customary for me, we open with a little joke. You ready? Hi there. The CIA had an opening for an assassin. After all the background checks, interviews, and testing were done, there were 3 finalists, 2 men, 1 woman. For the final test, the CIA took one of the men to a large metal door and handed him a gun. We must know that you must follow our instructions no matter what the circumstances. Inside the room, you will find your wife sitting in a chair. Kill her. The man said, "You can't be serious. I could never shoot my wife." The agent said, "Then you are not the right man for the job. Take your wife and go home." The second man was given the same instructions. Take the gun. And he went in the room. All was quiet for about 5 minutes. The man came out with tears in his eyes. "I tried, but I can't kill my wife." The agent said, "You don't have what it takes, so take your wife and go home." Finally, it was the woman's turn. She was given the same instructions. Go kill your husband. She took the gun and went into the room. Shots were heard, one after the other. They heard screaming and crashing and banging on the walls. After a few minutes, all was quiet. The door opened slowly, and there stood the woman, wiping the sweat from her brow. "The gun was loaded with blanks," she said. "I had to kill him with the chair." So let's get on with the show. I just need to check if our first speaker is here. Wonderful. Wonderful. She'll come. I can't see her yet because the light's in my eyes. It is with great pleasure that I invite to the stage Minister Bardish Chaggar for our opening remarks. The Honourable Bardish Chaggar, Member of Parliament for Waterloo, was appointed Minister of Small Business and Tourism on November the 4th, 2015. Ms. Chaggar made history on August 9th, 2016, when she was appointed the first ever female government house leader. National leader and organizer, Ms. Chaggar was devoted to inclusion and community building. From assisting with recreational sports for kids to volunteering with seniors, she is committed to strengthening the bonds of her community. In 2012, the Waterloo Region recognized her as one of 40 under 40 who would lead the region of Waterloo into the future. I welcome Ms. Chaggar. There you are.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Seamus, you have a voice. I have a voice. Do you have a voice? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That's what we do. That's how we do. I love it. I walked into this room and right away I said, "Wow, what a room. What a room on a Wednesday morning. If every Wednesday morning was like this, the world would be such a better place." So, that's right. Sandra, that was inspiring. Good morning, chat. That was fabulous. Thank you for your words. Thank you for the kind introduction. Thank you for what you do. When the house is sitting, you can find me on the hill. Stop by any time. I'll take a joke. I'll take motivation. It is one of mine. Let's put our hands together for Sandra. Welcome to the 9th Annual Women in Business Conference. And I really want to thank all of you for joining us today, especially on this special day. So happy International Women's Day to each and every single one of you. That's right. So I have to say the lineup today is fabulous. I unfortunately do not get to stay because Wednesday mornings we have caucus, but I will be following Twitter. I will be seeing exactly what's going on. So please share any intel you receive. I have no doubt Sandra and I will touch base as well so that we can really learn from the people in this room. And I would like to echo some of Sandra's comments to thank the team, the volunteers and sponsors that helped put this event together. So thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. It's exciting to see so many women and men come together to share their experiences as entrepreneurs. There is so much talent in this room. As the Minister of Small Business and Tourism, and as the first woman to be named Government House Leader, I have learned a lot from women in business especially. I've traveled across Canada from Halifax to Whitehorse, and what I hear again and again is that there are three big things we can all do to help women succeed. Yet, we also have to recognize the challenges that we face. Less than 16% of all small and medium-sized businesses in Canada are majority owned by women. That's less than 1 in 6. And yet, here in Canada, the number of women who want to own their own business is one of the highest in the world. Women make up 48% of our workforce, but hold only approximately 13% of corporate board seats in corporate Canada. A full 40% of corporate boards of directors have no women on them. As you know, I work with a fairly well-known feminist, and he often says, better is always possible. And when it comes to seeing women succeed in business, our Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Justin Trudeau, is right. Better is absolutely possible, and in this case, it's imperative. So how do we do it? First, opportunities. We need to do more to help women entrepreneurs meet the professional connections that will help them build a network of support. We need to help them open the right doors, if you will. Second, confidence. I believe that we must do more to help women walk through those open doors and take their first steps into risky waters of entrepreneurship. And finally, support. Once women have taken the first step, we need to make sure that they have the support and the resources they need to succeed. I am committed to working with women across the country to make sure this strategy represents women entrepreneurs from coast to coast to coast. Last year, I held the Canadian Women's Entrepreneurship Conference in Toronto with over 300 women business leaders and the organizations that support them. I had the privilege to announce with the Business Development Bank of Canada a new $70 million funding initiative for women entrepreneurs in technology. Of that, $60 million will go to the creation of a new program for women-led tech firms, which will create both venture and growth capital. Another $10 million will help form a new women's seed fund with the Mars Investment Accelerator Fund. But this is not just about investment. It's about changing the way we do business. The BDC will also conduct a client-centered review of its lending practices from the perspective of women entrepreneurs to better understand their perspective and to ensure that they are delivering services that respond to women in business. Our work is not just here in Canada either. Last month, working with the new U.S. President and his administration, we announced the Canada-U.S. Council for the Advancement of Women Entrepreneurs and Business Leaders. And I have to tell you, when I saw women taking the mic and talking about their experience and what they have to offer, I was empowered. Because I know that women business owners, women business leaders have the answers. We need them at the table and we need to hear from them. So the Council's aim is to promote women-owned businesses and recognize their valuable contributions to our economy and competitiveness in both Canada and the United States. The data shows that small and medium-sized enterprises that are majority owned by women are just as likely as their male counterparts to improve their products and services, strengthen their manufacturing and production processes, and come up with new ways to sell. If you want to talk about innovation, talk to a woman. And when given the opportunity, they deliver. In fact, an RBC study suggests that if we were to reach parity in the workforce between men and women, that would boost GDP by 4%. And I'm positive, I'm not telling you something that you don't already know from experience. But women truly won't find equality until they are represented at the corporate board table as well. And that's why our government introduced Bill C-25 last fall. How many people know C-25? I like it. That is one more hand than I thought I was going to see. But I had to ask. So C-25 is legislation that will lead to greater corporate governance and greater disclosure of just how many women are represented on corporate boards and in C-suite positions. This makes sense, not just for the obvious moral and social reasons. It also makes good business sense. Removing barriers and leveling the playing field for all Canadians is at the core of our commitments to Canadians. We believe in a Canada that ensures everyone has a chance to reach their full potential. Inclusion leads to diversity, diversity strengthens our economy and our society. It allows us to innovate because it gives us new perspectives and the chance to approach opportunities and challenges from diverse points of view. I'm pleased to report that we're off to a great start in 2017. Looking out at this room, I can see that we are seeing the status quo change before our very eyes, more than any time in recent memory. Innovation is revolutionizing business institutions and society, and women are making historic contributions to this great change. This year, we have a lot to celebrate and to reflect upon. It's Canada's 150th birthday of Confederation. It's also the 35th anniversary of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And with rights and freedoms come responsibilities. And these aren't just important milestones in Canadian history. They've made us who we are today, a diverse nation that celebrates all citizens and the ways we enrich our country. Through the efforts of you in this room and at venues across this country, at conferences like this, women will take our place as leaders that we are. We're making it happen right here today by sharing our experiences, observations, and insights as entrepreneurs and as women. Our support for each other, our words of encouragement will guide us all into a more prosperous, inclusive, and equitable future. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much for being here. Please share any constructive feedback that you have. I tell people all the time, and I sincerely believe it, that if we are all in it together with open minds, open hearts, open eyes, we will be able to accomplish anything we dream of. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you again for that, Minister. I'd like to bring up our title sponsor. Really, this event cannot take place without sponsorship, and title is our most important role. So thank you. Jolene Hung is an investment advisor offering nurturing atmosphere as she assists her clients navigate between their dreams and their needs. In the financial industry since 1996, Jolene empowers clients to assess what is essential in creating a balanced view of wealth and life goals. For her, true wealth is more than an accumulation of money. The purpose of wealth is to experience the manifestation of personal dreams. Money is a tool for people to realize and enjoy what they wish to achieve in life. Jolene's objective, when she meets with her clients and personalizes her engagement with them, is twofold: to preserve the wealth, while creating a personalized plan that will offer her clients an ongoing, comfortable lifestyle. Jolene's added focus